What's going on, YouTube? Today we are going to be putting grip tape on a dirt bike frame, and I'll show you how to do it. Pretty simple, nothing too complicated. So let's get out in the garage and I'll show you the bike where we're going to be putting it on. This is my dad's KX250. We're going to be putting it on. Just on the side, right here. I've done it to mine already. Okay, to do this you're going to need grip tape. I just use skateboard grip. There are companies that make pre-cut out grip for your machine specific, but they're like 17 bucks just for your one bike. And then this grip I got for 5 bucks, a whole sheet, and I'm going to be able to do my bike and my dad's bike. So 2 bikes for 5 bucks. It doesn't look as clean as if you're going to get it from a company that cuts them out, but it doesn't matter. So you're going to need the grip tape, screwdriver to file down the edges so you can cut it. You're going to need a razor blade and some scissors. And probably a heat gun. If you don't have a heat gun, you can always use a hairdryer. They don't work as good, but it still kind of melts it a little bit so you can form it to your frame. So let's get to work on this bad boy. I'm going to set up the camera and then we'll get started. Is that where I'm going to sit? Okay. Take your little sheet. Since we're going to only use this little piece for both sides, we try to cut as little as you can. Try to get it to fit in the best possible way. I'm just going up to the weld right here. I'm not going up any farther, so that's, if you want to do the whole frame, go for it. It's up to you. It's your bike. Do whatever you like. And this can be the end. I won't just settle for being your friend. A broken bond is not too late to mend. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my heat gun so we can melt this and form it to the frame. Looks pretty good. This grip tape I have is called Mob Grip. It's really nice because it's got little holes in it that help prevent it from getting air bubbles. Kind of pat it down lightly. You don't want to push it down too hard at first, because if you need to pull it back up, if you use a heat gun, you're not going to be able to get it back up. So just lightly to make sure it's in place. And then I think that's about where I want it. So now we'll heat it up and get rid of all these we'll wrap it around the frame technically. One thing you can do, if you got these little pressure points where it doesn't want to fold, just cut it a little bit, and it will relieve all that pressure, and then you can wrap it better. I think you would call those pressure points on. So if you look at this, you can pretty much see the frame through the grip, and there's the weld right there. So what we're going to do next is take the scissors and cut off all this extra, so we just have a little bit left. And then you take the screwdriver and go like that, and it will give you a white outline of your frame. So I went all the way down to here. Right here is really tricky because it doesn't wrap around the frame comes back up.
I'm gonna file just a little bit more, and then I'm gonna get my razor blade and start cutting these off. When you use your razor blade, you want to follow this line. It will cut really easy because we filed it down. These little black marks right here are from my dad's boot before I put the tape on, so that's not from putting the tape on. What I like to do after this, little scrap, fold it up like that. And what you'll want to do, well, you don't have to do this, but you can, is just file down the edges. Sand them, I mean. This helps just clean it up a little bit, any jagged edges that you have or anything like that, and it also gets the tape to stick down more on the sides so it has less chance of coming off. Well, that's that. Not too difficult. Pretty grippy. Well, that's gonna be it for today's video. If you liked, please subscribe and maybe check out some of my other videos. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.